4th grade, this is Chapter 10, Checkup 51, helping video. Exercise 1, classify each sentence. The hen's feathers were ruffled after her encounter with our dog. What were ruffled after her encounter with our dog? Feathers, subject noun. What is being said about feathers? Were ruffled. Ruffled is our main verb. Were is our helping verb. After is always a preposition. After what? Encounter. Encounter is object of the preposition. Whose encounter? Her encounter. Possessive pronoun, adjective. With is always a preposition. With what? Dog, object of the preposition. Whose dog? Our dog, possessive pronoun, adjective. The is always an article, adjective. Hens, you should notice that it has an apostrophe S. It's a noun showing possession. It's a possessive noun, adjective. This is subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, period, statement, declarative sentence. Let's divide the sentence, the complete subject from the complete predicate. Find the verb. We have actually a verb phrase here. So divide it right before the helping, oops, that didn't look very good. Divide it right before the helping verb. All right, let's put parentheses around our prepositional phrases. And we are done with that sentence. Sentence 2. Give Jared a guest pass for the military base during his visit. Who gave Jared a guest pass for the military base during his visit? You implied. This is an imperative sentence. It's a command, so we have you implied. And you is our subject pronoun. What is being said about you? You give. Give is our verb. You give what? Pass. Pass is our direct object. That means give is a verb transitive. You give pass to whom? Jared. So Jared is the indirect object. A is always an article, adjective. What kind of pass? Guest. So guest is an adjective. For is always a preposition. For what? Base, object of the preposition. The is always an article, adjective. What kind of base? Military base, adjective. During is always a preposition. During what? Visit, object of the preposition. Whose visit? His visit, possessive pronoun, adjective. This is an imperative sentence because it's a command. And it is subject, noun, verb, transitive, indirect object, direct object, pattern 3. Divide your sentence, the complete subject from the complete predicate. Find the verb. The verb is give. Divide it right here. Put parentheses around your prepositional phrases. Oops, sorry. I put it around the wrong word. Okay. we go. Okay, that sentence is complete. Number 3, for 2 weeks in October, Anna had a bad case of the flu. Who had a bad case of the flu? Anna, subject noun. What is being said about Anna? Anna had. Verb. Anna had what? Case. So case is our direct object. What kind of case? Bad case. Adjective. A is always an article adjective. Of is always a preposition. Of what? Flu. Object of the preposition. The is always an article adjective. Let's go back to the beginning. For is always a preposition. For what? Weeks. Object of the preposition. For how many weeks? 2. If we're answering how many, it's an adjective. In is always a preposition. In what? October. Object of the preposition. I should have changed our verb to a verb transitive right when we identified the direct object. So make sure that you identify that as a verb transitive. All right, and our type of sentence is subject noun, verb transitive, direct object pattern 2. This is a period statement declarative sentence. Put parentheses around all of your prepositional phrases. There are a lot this time. Divide your sentence. This sentence is inverted, and we can tell that right away because we have these prepositional phrases that come at the beginning, right? And they're going to actually be part of our predicate. Our subject noun doesn't come until halfway through the sentence. So let's divide our sentence where the verb is. The verb is had, so we're still going to divide it right here, but we need to single underline the subject, and then we need to double underline everything that's in the predicate. So that's everything with the verb and after the verb, and sorry that the underlining is kind of bad there. And it includes the prepositional phrases that come first because we know that they're still part of the predicate since they are describing when Anna had the bad case of the flu. All right, so that's all we have to do for sentence number 3. Let's go to skills. Exercise 2. For each noun, write the rule number and the plural form that follows the rule. Some nouns have 2 acceptable plural forms, but you should use the plural spellings that can be verified by these rules. Number 1, comedy. What does it end with? A Y, a consonant, and a Y. D is a consonant. Look for the rule that says a consonant plus Y. That's number 4. Right, number 4. Number 4 says change Y to I and add ES. Comedies. Journey, what does it end with? It ends with a vowel plus a Y. That is rule number 8. For rule number 8, you just add S. Journeys. Number 3, lizard. There is nothing special about the ending of this word. It's just a regular old noun. So it's rule number 1. For rule number 1, we just add S. Lizards. Woman. Woman is all irregular. It's completely irregular. So it's number 9. We know that the plural of woman is woman. Radio ends with An O, it ends with a vowel plus an O. Look for the rule that says a vowel plus O. That is rule number 7. For a vowel plus O, you just add S. Radios. Sheep. Sheep is irregular. It's spelled the same way, singular and plural, so that means that it's rule number 10. The plural of sheep is sheep. Hoof. Hoof ends in an F. So we have to look at rules 5 and 6. Which do we think it is? Well, we know that for hoof, to make it plural, we have to say hooves. So we know that it's rule number 5. We change the F to a V and add ES so that it's hooves. Boundary. Boundary ends with a Y. It ends with a consonant plus a Y. So it's rule number 4. Rule number 4 says change the Y to an I and add ES. Boundaries. Class. Class ends with 2 S's. That's rule number 2. Rule number 2 says add ES. Classes. Cliff. Cliff ends with 2 F's. That means it's rule number 6. For rule number 6, we just add an S. Cliffs. Number 11 is alley. It ends with a vowel plus a Y. That's rule number 8. For rule number 8, we just add an S. Alleys. Oops. Number 12, patio. Patio ends with a vowel plus an O. That's rule number 7. For rule number 7, we add an S. Patios. Tooth is irregular. It's rule number 9. We change tooth to teeth. Potato ends with a consonant plus an O. A consonant plus an O is rule number 3. For rule number 3, we add ES, so potatoes. Table. Table is just a regular old noun. So it's rule number 1. We add an S. Tables. Tax ends with an X. That's rule number 2. For rule number 2, we add ES. Taxes. And there we go. We're done with that section. All right, exercise 3, use the editing guide to help correct each mistake. Underline the explanatory words. Number 1, Michael told Jason, I will mow the grass and you weed the garden. Underline your explanatory words first. I'm going to make that look a little better. All right, let's put quotation marks around what is being said. All right, and let's go back to the beginning and fix any mistakes. Michael needs to be capitalized. Jason needs to be capitalized. They're both proper nouns. Let me fix this. Our explanatory words come at the beginning, so we need a comma after the explanatory words before the quotation marks. We need to capitalize the word I. I will mow the grass and you weed the garden. You should have noticed that I paused right here. That's because we have 2 independent clauses and they're joined together with a conjunction, but that means we need a comma. You have to join independent clauses with a comma and a conjunction. I will mow the grass, comma, and you weed the garden. Let's put a period at the end. This is the drawing feature is not aligned very well. That's why my everything is like off. I'm gonna try again. That should be a period. I know it doesn't look very good. Let's count our mistakes. We should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9. Number 2, Janice explained to her friends, I'd like to come, but I have a terrible cold. Let's underline the explanatory words. Let's put quotation marks around what is being said. Let's capitalize the first, it's really off. Let's capitalize the first word. Janice, proper noun. Janice explained to her friends. We have explanatory words at the beginning again, so we need a comma right here. I'd, capitalize I. First word, and we always capitalize I. I'd is a contraction. We need an apostrophe. I'd like to come, but we have, again, 2 independent clauses. We have to join them with a comma and a conjunction. I'd like to come, comma, but I have a terrible cold. I needs to be capitalized. Have a terrible cold. Put a period at the end of our sentence. Okay, we should have, did we miss anything? Let's count our mistakes. We should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have them all. Number 3, I am so tired, but it is too early to go to bed, Mom said to her family. Let's underline the explanatory words. Mom said to her family. They come at the end this time. Put quotation marks around what is being said. Capitalize I. I am so tired. Again, we have 2 independent clauses. We have to join them with a comma and a conjunction. So let's put in our comma. I am so tired, comma. Comma. Oops. All right, that's good enough. I can't get it exactly in the spot. I am so tired, comma, but it is too early to go to bed, Mom said to her family. We have explanatory words at the end, so we need a comma at the end of the quotation. I am so tired, but it is too early to go to bed, Mom said to her family. Mom, we need to capitalize because we're using it as a proper noun here. Anytime you hear mom being used as a name, you know it's a proper noun. Mom said to her family. Let's put a period at the end of our sentence. All right, we should have 8 corrections. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have them all. All right, that is the end.